In other news tonight, a grand jury will now review the case against a North Collins mother who's charged with murdering her disabled daughter. Eva Cummings could face trial in the death of her 23-year-old daughter, Laura. Prosecutors say the victim, who was mentally and physically challenged, died of asphyxiation. Those who knew the family claim she suffered years of torture and abuse. And one of the victim's brothers, 31-year-old Luke Wright, is accused of scalding her with hot water. Also tonight, the case of murder and suspected torture of a disabled woman in North Collins has taken a dramatic turn.
And we warn you, some of the charges announced today are very graphic and disturbing. News 4's Al Vaughters brings us the latest tonight. Al?
Don and Jackie, Erie County Sheriff's investigators called this one of the most gruesome, brutal murders they've ever seen. A small, frail young woman with mental and physical disabilities allegedly tortured and murdered at the hands of her own mother and brother. An Erie County Grand Jury has indicted Eva Cummings and her 31-year-old son, Luke Wright, for the torture, sexual assault, and murder of Cummings' 23-year-old daughter, Laura. Investigators say Laura's mother sodomized her with a broomstick before choking her with her bare hands, while her older brother, Luke, burned her with scalding hot water and raped her. Authorities found Laura's lifeless body in the family's first-floor North Collins apartment on January 21st.
All the detectives involved, myself included, I start 30 years next year, and we've never seen anything quite as horrific as what we've seen in this investigation.
Investigators say Laura Cummings' abuse dates as far back as 1995, when the family was under the supervision of Child Protective Services and the courts. But Laura's brother, Richard Cummings, is angry that his calls back in July from his Air Force base in North Carolina to Adult Protective Services when Laura was injured weren't heeded.
And told them, you know, you need to really investigate this because I know that there's something going on in that house. And they just would not do anything, and they said that they needed a warrant to go inside the house to do anything.
Patricia Wright, an older sister who was sexually abused by her stepfather, got out of the apartment on Sherman Avenue and was taken in by another family when she was 13.
What was that apartment like?
Chaos, almost like a living hell. It was... No child should ever have to go through what we went through.
Patricia believes her mother forced her older brother, Luke, into the brutal assault and murder of their sister.
I don't want my mom ever getting out. She's a danger not only to herself, but to other people as well.
And District Attorney Frank Sedita says if convicted on all counts, Eva Cummings could get 83 years to life in prison. If convicted, Luke Wright faces 133 years to life. Their arraignment is set for Monday afternoon in Erie County Court. Al Vaughters, News 4 at 5.